Ciao guys, Tyriel here. So in this video I'm gonna do unboxing and first impression of these, the new Samsung Odyssey Plus, the new reiteration of the already best Windows Mixed Reality headset on the market right now with the best screen on the market. Yes, the same of the Vive Pro, but now even better with the new screen door effect, anti-screen door effect technology that will let you forget about the space between the pixel with a perceived resolution of 1233 pixels per inch. That is pretty much impressive. Anyway guys, we're not gonna discover it is better than the first generation if you stay inside the box, so let's see together. Is this a better screen or is just a trick? Does it worth the price? I guess so, but we're gonna discover in a second. And also, is the comfort better? Did they fix all the problem for the first generation? Let's see in this first impression, and to do that we have to open this box, so let's get to the unboxing. The first look is always for you. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nothing, no look. 3, 2, 1, let's go. No look. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's go. Odyssey, the journey starts here. So let's get it out and boom. Okay guys, so it's very much same box like the last time. We have the two controller. This is really look like a throwback. My first unboxing was actually this. Same controller over here, same exactly quality, slippery with still nothing over here to hold it. Come on Samsung, let's put it down. Second controller over here. Ba-ba-ba. Here we are, and then we have batteries over here and a lot of user manual and the cloth to clean it. Nothing more in the box. Let's take it out and let's open the Odyssey Plus. 3, 2, 1, here we go. This feels much lighter than before. We still don't have the flipping mechanism. And as you can see here, everything is in cloth. Let's take the plastic out. 1 and 2. So, here we have it. Pretty short unboxing. This is the headset itself with the cable over here, HDMI and USB like always. So, let's go right away to try it out because this thing is very soft. Okay, so here we have it, but let's start talking a little about specs before. So the Samsung Odyssey Plus has two AMOLED display 1440 by 1600 in resolution with anti-SDE technology and use Fresnel lenses. It has the IPD adjustment and the FOV is 110 degrees. For tracking, it uses the two camera in the front for the Windows Mixed Reality tracking like all the other and the previous generation as well. On the bottom you can see the dual microphone and the volume rocker. It also has integrated audio with the AKG special audio technology, and talking about comfort, use the Halo style with the removable cushion in the front but not on the other part of the device. It's made all in plastic and it weighs 1.3 pounds, that is 500 grams circa. But let's get to the point where we finally connected this to the PC and let's see how it works and of course if this is a good improvement or not. Actually first I should try it on to see what is the feeling and overall. I have to say that these new paddings are very nice. They feel very soft, but just the front one is the removable and it's not so soft, the one in front. And the mechanism for the headphones is still pretty much the same. So mine broke very early. I hope it's not gonna happen again. So let's get inside. And the first thing I have to say that on the first side it feels better, lighter for sure than the last generation. So you don't have all this weight on the forehead like it was before. But what I'm seeing it's a lot of light bleeding on the side and of course in the nose part, because they changed the nose part. Before we had two flaps and now we have just little two flap with a little riddle. I have no idea what they did like that, but yeah, they don't cover so much, but at least they don't close your nose like it was happening before. Same situation, the light bleeding is perceivable, you can see it, and also because of the Fresnel lenses there are some distortion going on, but the screen is off right now, so maybe when the screen is on it's gonna be better. Let's get to the connection, and in the meanwhile we can talk about this. The controllers are exactly the same as the first generation. I did already videos about it back then, it was like a year ago. Not the best video, but the thing that I was complaining back then was like it was very slippery, and the trackpad was super slippery, so hard really to use it. But they went for exactly the same thing. Now we're gonna see what is gonna happen with the device when we connect it. This time as the integrated Bluetooth connection, so these should be paired out of the box. We don't even have to go through the pairing stuff that is what was usually happening before. Windows Mixed Reality though is very famous to be the easiest to set up as a virtual reality experience, because just two cables, USB and HDMI, and you are good to go. So let's see what's going on over here. Okay, let's agree. Next part. So whole experience, let's get started. We have to center it. So let's center it over here, and then we have to trace the area. Now the problem we have actually is that the cable is not very long. It's exactly like the last generation, so would be 5 meters pretty much, and that's not perfect because we don't really have enough cable to go all around the room or apartment. What we have to do is just, I guess, to turn this on, and they will be paired, because as you can see we didn't go at all through the configuration of the controller. It wasn't just there like it usually before. So lights on like always, Christmas tree, and let's get in. I'm just peeking, I'm not really looking. A peek for you. Okay, here we are back. That was your peek to the screen, and I actually played it for like pretty long right now, so I'm really ready for my first impression. This of course is gonna be a first impression video, so don't expect like a full review. Also I wanna cover a lot more with other video, like a Through the Lenses video, comparison with the Vive Pro, that is actually one of the competitor, even if it's double priced, and that's very weird actually. But there's a lot of stuff to come. If you want to know something, if you want a particular device, you want to do a versus, or you want to see in comparison, let me know in the comment below so we can arrange that. By the way, let's get to the first impression, and starting from the comfort, I have to say that this is an improvement. I had problem with the first generation, and with this one it was kind of better. It's lighter and you can feel that. The padding are more comfortable and you can feel that, but with more comfort come other problem as well. So before to get to the problem, the space here is wider, so if you have glasses it's even better. And the nose part is much better because it's wider as well, and these flaps are not like the one in the first generation that they were closing your nose like this to talk to the other people. Well, in this case you're not gonna have the problem, not much, but after 30 minutes you start to feel it a little. But having all wider, the downside that we have is that there's such a little light bleeding from the side and from the bottom. If you don't put it up in the right way, you're gonna be able also to like a kind of see on the left and the right, like to see outside from the side, and that's a kind of a major thing. Should it be a right way to wear a device? Probably, by the way, you're gonna be able to just remove the cushion and put another one aftermarket, and you're gonna be good to go. We're gonna see for sure in the future. But overall, improvement from there. The audio, I have to say, great improvement, probably with because I'm very used with the Vive Pro and the tiny audio. but this was very, very good. But they're gonna be the same problem if this wasn't arriving to your ears back then. Well, the mechanism is exactly the same, so it's not gonna arrive to your ears. But they changed the padding, so probably the audio was better for that too, because it was like laying better on your ears. It's more comfortable. They kind of feel very much lighter than before. So on the audio, good job Samsung. And talking about improvement, I want to talk about another improvement that is actually something that I wasn't expecting, and that's the tracking. I want to try more about it, but I have to say that even the camera, they look like pointing in a different way than before, like wider way, and probably that's why on the website you see the 170 degrees in the tracking area. Probably that's what they are referring for. And I have to say that when you were like chilling out in the cliff house and keeping your controller close to your hip, there weren't any problem of the controller snapping, so the tracking was always there. The problem was getting actually out when you had the controller over here, over the side, of course, of the camera, and that's where they were snapping. But it's a movement that you don't really usually do, and if you keep the momentum, the software is now improved enough to understand the real position. But if you stop there, then you will expect a snap on it. But of course we're gonna talk more about the tracking in the coming videos. And going back to software, they finally put up a feedback, a visual feedback when you change the volume, so you can actually see the number of the volume you're at, but the IPD adjustment is always the same, so it doesn't give you a number in the feedback. So if you're like changing up with the friends and stuff, it's something that you have just to go on the fly and understand from the visual itself. And talking about visual, because that's what we want to talk about, of course, everyone is very interested, and I was too, that's why I picked it up. I have to say that starting from the lenses are pretty much the same lenses as before. So if you expect like God rays, not many, like are very short, are nothing major. I would say that on the Fresnel lenses, these are the best lenses for God rays, where are like pretty much absent. But there's a little distortion, like a line like it was before, so the God rays will start from that line there. It's nothing major. When you play, you never even realize that those are there, but it's something that I have to point out because I'm very picky about that. And of course, talking about the screen, talking about the AMOLED display, is fantastic. Those colors, they really pop up in an amazing way. And talking about the screen door effect, well, I have to say that here is very interesting. If I compare it for the Vive Pro that has the same resolution, I have to say yes, there's less screen door effect, but I don't really feel like it's double perceived resolution. Is everything is much softer. It's like kind of lighter, nicer to look at, but the lines are still there. You can understand that the pattern is the diagonal, is oblique instead of like a RGB regular that can be good for text, and you see that, but the lines are not black, are like a kind of gray, or they follow anyway the color of everything. So when you're playing, you kind of not noticing that at all, and it's nice. But I was expecting a night and day, and well, it's a night and afternoon probably. Let's say evening and night, so they're like closer. By the way guys, that was all. Those are my first impressions so far. If you have any question about the headset, something that I didn't cover in the first impression, of course I'm gonna cover in the full review and all the other video around, like through the lenses and the comparison. But let me know in the comment below what you want to know about this device, because it's actually a very good device, and for the price I have to say $500 is very good. And a year ago actually I had a different idea, if you remember, like $500 was a lot, but because the VR market for some reason is getting more and more expensive, like the Vive Pro is $799 and with all the lighthouse is $1,200, that is like insane. The Pimax will be $799, just the headset too. So these at $500, like that you are kind of good to go. Well, that's a great solution. And about the tracking, if it's not the perfect for you, you can still use the lighthouse, because you can do it. There's an act that you can do, and if you want, we can cover it in a video, and have the lighthouse tracking and this headset for visual. Like, what's better than that? Like, that sounds pretty good, right? Anyway guys, that was all. If you liked the video, like. If you didn't like the video, dislike. Subscribe to the channel for more about VR and tech in general, from all the content from the Samsung Odyssey Plus. Let me know in the comment below if you have any question. I'm there to answer, and let's create a conversation. And thanks for watching. I see you guys in the next video. Ciao! And guys, if you are still here, do I consider these like a next generation device? Do I consider these like something that is gonna solve the screen door effect? No, actually no. It's like if you have a layer on top of the screen that you can like it or not. So yeah, Through the Lenses video probably will say more, but for now it's good, but probably not that giant leap.